I'm doing a 20-second buffer. I'm trying to see if that helps alleviate some of the strain on the stream. It still says it's unstable. Alright, well, I'm gonna roll with it and we'll see what happens. I'm currently watching the TikTok chat on the one phone, and if you're over on one of my other platforms, I can see those conversations on the desktop. Right now what I'm doing is I did make Bun Club Legion. So I do have the Bun Club Legion films. I was testing to see how the gradient was going to come out. It looks like I may need to make some adjustments, but it's not terrible. Although I think I'm going to have to change the dot size of the patterning in order to make it work better. But not awful. So we'll work at it from there. These should be the peel pot versions of this, which is good. So I went ahead because I needed to order this as a full sheet. I went ahead and ordered a few Bun Club Legions on the bottom, so I wasn't wasting a bunch of blank space, because the way that you have to order gang sheets. The way the minimum sizes work anyway. So I had to order these for my customer, but I ended up with all this white space except this blank space at the bottom. So instead of wasting on the blank space, I went ahead and added some of these Bun Club Legion presses. So if someone wants to order a hoodie or something, then I just need to order the hoodie in the size it needs to be, and I already have them here ready to press. So I was actually probably going to do one of these for me and test it. I actually have a bag that I may want to be practicing with, and we'll see how that goes. So I tried. Okay, so the stream is on a 20-second delay right now, Kranitz. If you want or would prefer, it's also on the Twatch. So you can't say the actual word because otherwise TikTok gets mad. But it's also, this should also be streaming on both Twatch and the tubes. I have it set up for multi-stream. I'm so sorry about your ankle. If you want, you can I'm using this one. I'm using this camera here. If you want, ice it might help. That's a possibility. But yeah, no, Bun Club Legion presses are in. So if you want to order one, t-shirts are going to be like, this is basically a keep me alive and keep us fed shirt. So these are a little more premium. T-shirts are going to be probably a nicer quality, or even a tie-dye t-shirt, and they're going to start around $45. And the hoodies are going to start at $65 for these, because I have to make money on these. These are the premium ones. Because that's what's keeping us fed. Because I'm doing the math, and in order to keep me and my farmhand fed, just having food, it ends up working out to like minimum $20 a day. So for $20 a day, in order for me to keep food in our bellies and gas in my car, that's what I need to be making at minimum when I do a sale. I can't be. I got to think about the overhead costs, and by the time you add all the overhead costs together, I can't be giving stuff away for free or being bullied to giving stuff away for free, because I'm looking back. Oh, there it goes again. You're not a very, you're a dumb phone. You're doing dumb things. Resume video. I can't be letting myself get bullied by people just because, you know, they want to bully me. So the prices are going to have to start staying a little more firm, you know, because I'm like, I'm doing this work. It's a lot of work. You know, I'm worth the effort that goes into my products, and my products are worth what I'm asking for them. You know, I'm not trying to mark stuff up completely unfairly. I mean, I'm basing it on current market value, and current market value, you know, a homemade, custom, hand-done t-shirt that someone's made their own design that's not being mass printed in China, you know, they're like $50 to $75. I mean, I've seen some of these people that do them, and they're charging like $100 for a t-shirt, you know. So I think asking a modest like 35 to 40 on ones that I'm trying to use to offset cost of living is fair. Because, I mean, I was trying to work through the taxes this morning because those are behind and I need to get them in. And it's okay. I have an extension with the IRS. I mean, it's not like I'm, you know, trying to skirt it or anything. It's just that my extension is coming due. So I was working through my stuff to get prepped for the tax prepare. And the other problem is I need like $300 taken to the accountant. I don't have $300 taken to the accountant. And we made last year, we brought in approximately $15,000. Now it's like, oh, that doesn't sound so bad until you realize that my expenses, after everything got said and done, were closer to 50. So 50 went out, 15 came in, and you know, and a lot of that, you know, it's startup costs. So we didn't cover our startup costs, which is understandable because typically the first year you don't cover your startup costs. And there were some other factors that did go into that we had to buy, like, you know, vehicles and things for one of the other parts of the business. But, you know, that's not stuff that's paid for itself in the first year. That's stuff that we invested in that probably won't pay for itself in the, you know, maybe the third year if we get lucky. So that's something I think people forget. It's like, it's not like we're just doing one project and then moving on. It's like this stuff, you know, this stuff gets pricey. It's pricey real quick. And then this is one of my clients that I'm currently working for her shirts. And so I'm getting this prep so I can get their work shirts done. And what it really comes down to is a bulk order. I think the minimum order on a bulk order is like 20 shirts. So she ordered a bulk minimum order, and a bulk minimum order for me, it's like, you know, between, depending on what exactly you're getting, the size, like these are larger, so these ended up being closer to $18 a shirt, and I technically still undercharged her because I went and ran a few extra, for her with the larger sizes, and, that did kind of bite me a little bit, because this is the thing, when you buy t-shirt blanks, your standard shirts, you know, just the blank shirts by itself, my price on them that I can resell them for before decorating them is really close to $6 to $7 a shirt. And if you jump, that's for sizes small through extra large. I misquoted her, unfortunately, because the ones that she ended up ordering after she ordered the first batch were 2Xs. And 2X jumps up exponentially, unfortunately. Hey babe, welcome to the other spot. Yeah, basic shirts at Hot Topic are like $32, which is, yeah, it's like they've gone up so much, and that's with them doing bulk ordering, you know, and then that's them paying a bulk order price for those shirts that they're getting printed, and then they're reselling them for, like, you know, $32. So honestly, small orders where you're not getting bulk and you have to pay extra for shipping, because typically that's the other thing people forget to factor in. So the reason that I have to spend between, you know, my cost on the blanks is going to be for someone between, like, you know, $6 and $7 for up to an extra large, is because of the shipping. So the shirt's going to cost so much money, and then the shipping's going to cost on top of that, unless you hit a bulk or you get free shipping. 'Cause I do get free shipping from my distributor, but in order for me to hit free shipping with my distributor, I have to spend, at least with the old distributor, that they currently were just bought. They currently just merged with another company, so I don't know if the policy has changed. So it might be more expensive, it makes it cheaper, and a lot of the time, like, and that's for bulk. Like I said, it's a bulk order too. If I can go through the bulk distributor, I can get better prices. But in order for that to happen, I have to be spending a minimum. Will you please stop doing that, phone? It's getting really annoying. Okay, can we like turn off the lock screen so this does not happen? Because this is really making me angry. Screen mode. Screen time out. Yes, stop. 10 minutes or something. I don't, just stop. I'm trying to use you as a camera. Resume video. Holy crap, that's annoying. Well, okay, that's fine, whatever. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, I had to threaten him with violence, so I turned off, and there it is. So anyway, where was I? So, oh, okay, so how business works, costs. The distributor used to be, you'd have to spend $300 in order to get free shipping, and then they changed it to $200 over the holiday, but I don't know if that has changed or not since they merged with the other company. And I was technically had both of the companies that are currently merged. I had accounts with them, so I had accounts with both the original company and the one that they merged with. And what's funny is the place that actually prints these for me also merged into the same company. So I have accounts with all three of the original companies, but they all have different policies on t-shirt shipping. So on small order t-shirts, when I'm ordering a one-off, I get them from the same place that I get these from, which uses the same people I have the bulk account with. But if I want to get a better price, because I pay their price for small orders, but a lot of times ends up being cheaper because sometimes I don't have to order as much to get free shipping, but their prices are $1 or so higher, versus if I get them wholesale, if I'm ordering bulk, which is why bulk prices are less expensive. So like these, I charged her $18 a shirt to make these. So if you're doing bulk, it's like $18, a shirt. I think the cheapest I can possibly do a bulk order, if you're going to order like 100 shirts, I think that the best I can get it down to is like 14 a shirt, 14 or 15 a shirt, for single-sided press. But like I said, it has to be a very large bulk order, and it has to be one that I'm basically getting free shipping on. Otherwise, shipping on this stuff can be heavy. So depending on what you end up ordering, shipping to my house can be anywhere from $20 to $75, and when you have to add that into your overall cost, that's what bumps stuff up. So I try to keep stuff as fair as possible, and then also pay for my work, because this is all stuff that I've had to do custom. This is all artwork that I've come up with on my own. Like this. This isn't like, some piece of AI that we just threw in and said, hey, do this logo. It's like, no, this is a logo I designed for them a while ago. And they've come back to me for years now to get their stuff reprinted. I might have to test these and redo them, because I'm looking at them now and I'm realizing that there's no white outline. And I don't know how these are going to show up on those black shirts. Because I'm thinking back, and I think last time she did this, she didn't do them on black. I think last time she did them, I think last time she did them on gray. I might need to reorder these. I don't know if there's going to be enough contrast on this. I don't know if there's going to be enough contrast on this. Alright, now I'm going to cut them anyway and get them prepped, and then I'm going to have to do a test. I'm going to have to see if it's cheaper ordering yellow shirts or if it's cheaper printing the films again. Honestly, because the films take longer to come in than the shirts do, it might be just cheaper just reordering the shirts. I wonder. Well, you may have shirts, because if the suggestion I'm going to end up probably making her is going to be to reorder these in yellow, and then we'll just have a stockpile of black. Which, you know what? It's okay if we have a stockpile of black, because I was going to use the black with those Bun Club Legion shirts anyway. But those have white outlines on them because I designed them for that, and I'm thinking back to this, and when she said just to reorder it, I didn't design these to go on black. I designed these to go on a different color, and I'm looking at them now, and now I'm questioning if this is going to work. All right, let me see here. I just want to see how many we ordered, because I'm gonna crunch some numbers real quick, which also means like tomorrow. All right. All right, so the second one was 5 2XLs, 15 mediums, and 10 extra larges. $15 medium, 10 extra large. 15 medium, 10 extra large, 5 2XL. Let me just see what this is going to be. Let me got a price. Okay, so that's not terrible. Let's see if it's any cheaper from S&S. Well, I have a whole thing, but the thing is, you don't wear mediums and you don't wear. Well, you might be able to fit the extra larges, but there's only 5 2Xs. But this would then be basically all these Bun Club Legion shirts would be for sale, and they actually because if she wants to do this, then I just need to cover my other costs because I need to recoup at bare minimum. I'll need to recoup the cost on these. So I need to figure that out. And probably if I'm doing it that way and I already have shirts in stock, so I don't have to ship them to me again, I can price them down a little bit and like $35 a shirt instead of $40 a shirt, and that should offset. So that could work. Because I already have, because that's why I pre got the films. But let me get an idea here. Alright, so we need to search. Where's your search tool? There it is, G640s. Soft style in gold. Oh, I need to log in. Dingbat. Sign in. If I go to the old company, can I still sign in? No, they changed it all. Okay. First time user, forgot password, email address, arts. Okay, there it is. Okay. Come on. Okay, and it was 15 medium, 10 extra large, 5 2X. Just verify that was definitely what it was. Invoice. 15 medium, 10 extra large, and 5 2XL. Okay. We are going to add to cart. Okay, it looks like that. Okay, is there? Estimated shipping is 25. That's coming out of my old the Illinois warehouse. That's fine. And in comparison to if I get it from here. Now I want to see because it looks like it's going to be cheaper getting it straight from the distributor at this rate. How much you can charge you for shipping? Okay. They are actually going to end up being, it looks like $2 cheaper to get it from the same distributor that I get this from. So it's going to actually be cheaper just getting it from them. Right. But I won't be able to order it till tomorrow, and that's gonna take a chunk out of my paycheck. Option 2. I think it's cheaper to order the shirts than it's going to be cheaper to order the shirts than it's going to be to buy new films. It's going to be cheaper to buy shirts than films. But in order to offset this, because I'm going to be eating a lot of this, I'm going to have to sell the Bun Club Legion shirts. I'm going to check with her first and see what she wants to do, because I'm going to tell her I'm looking at these, and I don't think... I'm gonna let her know what her options are. I mean, in all honesty, her best bet is letting me put these on yellows or heathers. And I know I'm not going to ask her to pay for the reorder. I'm not going to have her pay for the reorder. I just got to wait till tomorrow to get the money, or I have to sell some stuff today. So if anyone wants Legion shirts, if she says yes to this, the Legion shirts are gonna be a little bit cheaper. Or basically, or if there's something that I have already that is pre-printed that I can just send out, it's just gonna be called. It'll be, you know, what it is plus the. Oh, that's what it was. I was adding shipping to those, wasn't I? It was, they were going to be $35 including shipping to anywhere in the continental U.S. So $35, that's why I did 45. So 35 and $45. So until I sell out of this batch of shirts, they'll be 35 including shipping. When this batch of shirts is sold out, they'll go back up to 45. It's just that I'll be out of films and shit. So it's going to cost me more to get them in. Because these came part of a bulk order. Oh, goodness. Contrast. I don't think there's enough contrast. If I press it on black shirts, would you be okay if I order the original gold or a heather gray, or basically any color tee? And I just need to pay for the reorder to change the shirt color. I will cover that, but I think it'll be a better product if the print's against a lighter backing to increase the contrast. In this case, it's faster to order shirts than to replace the films, as the films take up to 2 weeks to come in versus the shirts I can have by Friday or Saturday. But I will. It is gonna eat into other expenses. Shit, I don't even know how much I'm getting paid tomorrow. I don't know. I will beg Steeler. I'll figure out a way to do this. But this is the honorable thing to do. So that's why it's being done. Always do the right thing. Always do the right thing. The right thing is to make sure that she's got the best product overall. It's going to be tight, but that is the correct thing to do. The correct thing is to make sure that the quality is there. And if I'm looking at these and I don't feel like these are going to produce the best quality on the backing that we picked, I'm going to let her know, because she's going to end up getting them and looking at them, and after they're done, that's part of me understanding how this process works, and once she gets them, if they don't stand out on the background, you knock it off, I'm going to ban you from the channel. I can't pay you if if a customer decides that she never wants to use me again because the quality of her product is not there. And the best way to make sure she's getting the best overall quality in this case is going to be to change the color of the shirt. And it's going to be cheaper for me to rebuy a different color shirt and replace the black shirts with those gold shirts than it's going to be for me to try to buy more film. Because you got to understand, the cost of the films is almost twice as much as the shirts. So, I'm pretty sure that's the case anyway, because if it was, what I say, it was what, 30? So how much for a 30, be a 15-foot sheet again? Well, it might not be too bad. So 15-foot sheets, how much? So if I want to do gang sheet, build your own gang sheet, 15 feet, because I had to add 5 more. 15-foot sheet. It's going to cost just as much to buy another sheet. And it's going to end up taking almost 2 weeks to come in. So she'd have to wait another 2 weeks before I can get the sheets in. Unless I put a rush on it. And I cannot afford to put an extra rush on, because the rush is like another 30, 40 bucks. And it's not going to come that much faster. Like, even if I put a rush on it, it's just not. It's just going to, at most, it's going to give us like another, it's going to cut it off another like day or two. Because it's still going to go through, it still has to go through the mail. So, the most practical thing, unfortunately, is just to order different shirts. So in this case, I'm going to see what she wants to do. And my take on this really is, I think the best bet here is to go ahead and tomorrow when I get paid, order more shirts, because that's what's going to look the best. So what's going to happen is, we already got the black shirts that I wanted anyway for Bun Cub Legion, so we can just use those for the Bun Cub Legion shirts, or we could use those to press a couple of the other designs that I held on hand. I have those available in extra large and medium and 2XL then. So for those sizes, if someone wants to order in those limited sizes, those will be 35 a piece plus 35 a piece including shipping within the continental US. And that is the best bet, and if I can recoup some of the cost for these, then great. But that's gonna probably be what happens, and then I can still get Karen's shirts in. But I'm looking at this, and the problem is if I print these on those blacks, they will show up, but the only contrast will be the glossiness of the print as compared to the color of the shirt, and that's really not enough contrast in my opinion. I think she needs to have something, because these are like her business shirts for her employees. Just that we haven't done black before, and so I didn't even think about it, because I did the design for the original design was for a sport gray shirt, and the sport gray shirts stood out on no problem. I didn't have to do an extra outline. But I didn't think about that when I reprinted them because I didn't think about it. And that's my bad. But I'm looking at it now and I'm going like, well, shoot. These don't have enough contrast. We probably should have just done, gold. So we should have done. Because that would have been better. We should have done gold on black. It's alright, make it work. But these really do need to be on a lighter colored background, or they're not going to stand out. I want to make sure they stand out. Yeah, because this here is transparent when I did it too, because it was intended to be like that. And there's a few things next time we do them that I should probably adjust, but we have the films, so we don't have to worry about getting the films reprinted. We just have to worry about making sure that they're going on like they need to go on. But I will find out what she wants to do. I did pay you, Granite. I took you out to eat today. Hey, son. Hey, thanks for the gifts. Hi, Cargo. Hmm. Okay. You nap away. When you're done napping, we'll unload the car so we can get the rabbit feed out there. I gotta wait to hear back from Karen, see what she wants to do, but there's a good chance that a couple $100 or whatever I get paid tomorrow is gonna probably go towards fixing her shirts, which means I need to sell these Legion shirts ASAP. Now this is technically a little bit dark for Harlequin, but I like to have a darker base underneath my paintings. And then paint the highlights on top. Hey, Bish. Bish, I may have just fucked up. But it may work out for the better. I just looked at the films that I ordered for my client for her work shirts, and I realized that they don't have a white outline on them because I reordered the same ones that we ordered last time I did her order, and what neither of us considered when she changed the base color of the shirt was that when I had done the other order, I had designed them to go on sport gray tank tops, not black background shirts, and so they don't have enough of a white outline around them to really have enough contrast. So I now have 30 black t-shirts, size medium, extra large, and 2 extra large that aren't really going to work with the films that we ordered for her, but I did in her order get some Bud Club Legion films. So in order to offset the cost that it's going to be for me tomorrow to order her gold shirts that these are going to press a lot better on, or basically I gave her the option. I'm like, you can either, like, my suggestion is order the gold or order the sport gray again to press these films on, so we don't have to reorder the films, because the films are going to take a long time to come in versus I can get shirts by the weekend. And I'm like, I'm not going to charge you extra because honestly I feel like I should have caught this before it went out. That was kind of my bad. I'm like, I don't want to charge any extra, but it's going to eat into, basically it completely destroys my profit margin on these, and I'm going to have to take this out of my own paycheck that I get tomorrow from my other job. So what that's going to do is that's going to put that I need to sell a couple of Bun Club Legion shirts. But if she decides that she absolutely does not want these black shirts, which is my suggestion, is to let me order her the other color, that means that I have black shirts available to press the Bun Club Legions, which I did design to go on black shirts. And because of that, then I can probably offer them for a little bit less and still include shipping because I already have the materials here. So as long as she decides that she absolutely does not want those black shirts, that puts them, I can put them into my inventory, and then I can offer Bun Club Legion t-shirts for $35 instead of $45. And if I can get all those sold, or at least if the ones that are in the sizes of the shirts that I currently have on hand anyway, so as long as it's a medium, an extra large, or a 2 extra large, I can offer those for $35 a shirt instead of $45, $50 a shirt. And those I can then get out and ship them, press them and ship them the same day. And that's including the cost of shipping. So if she comes back to me pretty soon and tells me what she wants to do, I may just go ahead and we just need to push selling some Legion shirts so I can make up the money that I'm going to lose having to reorder these other shirts. But if you guys want Legion shirts and those are in your sizes, like I know Maddie's a medium, so I know that if Maddie wants one, I'll have them on hand, like, you know, ready to go. And like I said, I can offer them for a little bit less because it's coming off of an oopsie bulk order. But that does mean that I have them in stock. So that it's just going to be literally heat up the press it, and ship it out the next day. So if you guys would like to put in an order as soon as I know for sure that they're going to be available, I actually have stuff on hand, so there's going to be no wait, which is nice. But I need to make up at least the cost of the shirts that I'm losing this money on. gotta fix that nose a little bit, I think. Trying to see, Bish, did your order came in, right? We're gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna have to rethink how I'm gonna be doing this, because this watercolor paint's not behaving quite the way I was hoping it was going to. Dry it here for a bit. Okay, yeah, it says it was delivered. Okay, so that's all good. Okay, so you're good. But yeah, if I end up with extra black hoodies, this was designed to go on the black hoodies, so that it would sort of stand out. I say black t-shirt. This was designed because see there's a white outline, so I designed this to go on black. That's why it has the white outline. Oh man, okay, I should probably go take a nap. Oh.
J-O.